Hey y'all, Raza here with the Finding Yourself Book Club, and today we're going to be discussing Lindsay Gibson's Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents, talking through some of the stories that we had to kind of take out of our summaries in the last few sessions. So we've been discussing Chapter 6, what it's like to be an internalizer, and today we're going to talk about Sandra's story. And this is under the section Recognizing Childhood Neglect, which is a subsection of Internalizers Become Invisible and Easy to Neglect. Hopefully you guys picked up your own copy. Excellent work here. This is a life-changing book for me. It really did help me. If you haven't had a chance, please do check out our website. We're at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There you can fill out a contact form and we'll be in touch with you. If you look under the About Us section, you can also just reach out directly. And we do have a life balance questionnaire that you can fill out and use that as your first discussion point for your initial free consult. So, okay, Sandra's story. When Sandra was 11, she and her 7-year-old brother were sent to another state to stay with relatives for the summer. With apparently no concern, their mother put them on a bus for a 500-mile overnight journey in which they had to change buses in the middle of the night. Although Sandra felt lost and afraid, she knew she had to protect her little brother. Situations that might make another child panic send internalizers into an intensely focused state while they figure out how to take care of things. As Sandra put it, my brother was really scared and cried a lot. I was stoic. I knew it was up to me to make the best of it. Bethany's story. Bethany was sent to Brazil one summer as a 10-year-old to be a babysitter for the infant son of her irresponsible older brother and his new young wife. The brother and sister-in-law liked to party and came and went as they pleased, while 10-year-old Bethany took care of her baby nephew. When the summer ended, her mother had Bethany stay in Brazil and miss school so that she could keep helping her brother's family. Finally, something seemed to stir in her mother back home, and she went and retrieved Bethany. Her mother was a classic example of a self-preoccupied, emotionally immature parent, blind to the fact that the capable internalizer in a child still needs to be looked out for. So this chapter, it's under internalizers becoming invisible and easy to neglect. One of the things that Lindsay talks about is just being the perfect little child. You know, as an internalizer, the child seems to have no need for support, never causes their parent any trouble, but ultimately they're still a kid, right? And so if this was you, if you were that child, very self-sufficient, always helping your parents, kind of in that role reversal situation, it's too much responsibility at a very young age. And that's where Lindsay talks about, most likely if you already felt like you were an adult, you were doing all the things that an adult should be doing, then you're very likely to just leave home earlier, right? Go get a job earlier, go get married earlier, because you're already doing all that stuff, so might as well, right? And so then you tend to get partnered with the wrong person. You're too young. You don't have good guidance or support from your family. So it's a hard situation. All of this stuff is very, very hard. And the comments that you all have left on the previous chapters of the video have been eye-opening, right? A lot of you, or at least one person that I saw commented, suffered abuse at the hands of their parents. And I think that's more common than people would like to recognize. And then here under learning to ignore one's own feelings, we have Leah's story. One day in therapy, Leah, who had grown up in an atmosphere of emotional neglect, apologized to me for still being depressed. She was convinced that I found her sadness annoying and exasperating. Leah thought The only thing I wanted to hear was that she was all better so that I could feel good about myself as a successful therapist. It was hard for her to imagine I could be interested in how she was really feeling. This was a remnant of her childhood, when her emotionally cold and critical mother became clearly irritated anytime Leah expressed her emotions. In response, Leah developed the belief that the best way to connect was to become a likable person with no emotional needs. So she hid her feelings and tried to play a role others would like. Throughout her childhood, Leah tried to be self-sufficient. She often wondered, how can I make myself enough? How can I feel secure? It didn't occur to her that these weren't questions for a child to answer. Only an emotionally attentive parent could have made her feel that being herself was enough. So hard stories here, hard stuff to listen to. The other series that we're doing is What Makes Love Last by John Gottman. So if you want to check out that playlist, please do so. That one is where we teach people not to kind of be butts to each other and to be nice, and how to resolve conflicts in your romantic relationships. I did see a meme out there that said, all of your own issues and emotional baggage will be highlighted by your romantic relationship when you're super close with someone. And I think that is valid. So a lot of the stuff that we face as internalizers, having come out of relationships that were not necessarily healthy, the parent-child relationship, you often replicate or duplicate that in your romantic relationship. So very important to study up on how to have healthy relationships overall. Unfortunately, the cure for emotionally immature people around you is to kind of match their maturity level and not become too attached, not expect them to be able to have or to provide you an emotionally fulfilling relationship. Just kind of take the love that they can give, and then build around you a network of people that can reciprocate emotionally, and so that you can have healthy, emotionally fulfilling relationships. So please do check out our website. We're at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. Contact me. I'd love to chat. First consult is always free. All right, take care, y'all. See you soon.